Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency Ambassador Peter Klaas, Your Excellencies and distinguished guests. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you on behalf of the Ismaili community, His Excellency Peter Klaas, Ambassador of Belgium to the UAE, and the Belgian Business Council to the Ismaili Centre Dubai for what promises to be a most memorable flute and piano recital. Music has always been one of the greatest manifestations of human diversity that brings out the beauty of a diverse and pluralistic existence. It is the language of peace to which we can all relate and which transcends all divides. It is with this in mind that His Highness the Aga Khan has recently created the Aga Khan Music Awards, which, besides recognizing and supporting exceptional musical talent, will aim to strengthen tolerance and pluralism around the world by promoting musical styles and types that embody music's traditional role as a source of spiritual enlightenment, moral inspiration, and social cohesion. The first Aga Khan Music Awards ceremony will take place over 3 days, commencing tomorrow in Lisbon, Portugal. For tonight's recital, we are privileged to have for us two highly distinguished musicians, Flutist Christian Plouvier and pianist Avenline, called Flourish, with whose performance we will continue to celebrate the journey of the Ismaili Centre Dubai in promoting that culture of tolerance and understanding. Christian is, of course, no stranger to the Ismaili Centre, having thrilled us with the highly entertaining performance here 2 years ago, and we are absolutely delighted to have him back with us here this evening with Avenline. This evening's recital is in keeping with the Ismaili Centre's mandate expressed by His Highness the Aga Khan during the foundation stones laying ceremony in 2003, where His Highness stated, "It is my humble prayer that when built, the Ismaili Centre in Dubai will be a place for contemplation and for search for enlightenment, where people come together to share knowledge and wisdom." For those of you who are visiting us for the first time, the Ismaili Centre Dubai, along with other Ismaili centres located in London, Vancouver, Toronto, Lisbon, and Dushanbe, continues a tradition of hosting programs in collaboration with government organizations, non-government organizations, diplomatic missions, civil society, academia, and others. These programs stimulate the intellect, encourage dialogue, and celebrate cultural diversity through events ranging from lectures, seminars, and exhibitions to cultural and social events. The Aga Khan Development Network, under 60 years of tireless leadership of His Highness the Aga Khan, is a contemporary endeavor of the Ismaili Imamate to reduce poverty, advance gender equality, and champion healthcare and education for the most vulnerable, regardless of their ethnic, cultural, or religious backgrounds or national origins. His dedication to bridge building and message of compassion reminds us all of our common humanity, and that the true measure of our success is not what we achieve for ourselves, but what we do for others. May I now please welcome Ambassador Peter to say a few words of introduction to this evening's performance. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to stand in front of you at the beginning of what promises to be a delightful evening of music. The program mentions, indeed, as was said, florilège, which is derived from the Latin word florilegus, meaning he who chooses flowers. Hence the modern meaning, a choice or a collection of remarkable things of beauty commonly used for pieces of music. Because that is what two excellent artists will offer you tonight. 7 carefully selected and timeless pieces of classical music, from the grandiose, virtuoso, and popular melodies to the more intimate or perhaps lesser known, but no less exquisite compositions. These artists are Christian Plouvier and Avenline, 2 distinguished Belgian musicians. Flutist of international renown, Christian Plouvier studied in Belgium and was pupil of the flutist legend Jean-Pierre Rampal. He was member of the most important Belgian orchestras, where he laid the foundation of his international career. He is particularly active in Asia, giving master classes in conservatories such as Beijing, Shanghai, Taipei, or Seoul, and is member of several international competitions. Pianist Avenline can be proud of a series of distinguished achievements. She started her studies in Belgium, but quickly expanded her experience all over the world, but participating in master classes and successfully competing in prestigious music competitions. She is both a concert pianist and an acclaimed chamber music expert. I take this opportunity to extend my deep gratitude to the Ismaili Centre here in Dubai for hosting this concert. The Ismaili Centre is a cherished partner of the Embassy of Belgium, co-sponsor of this concert, for cultural events in Dubai. It is always a privilege to enter its beautiful halls and enjoy its tranquility and hospitality. After the concert, those of you who don't yet know the center will have an opportunity to visit it, and I warmly recommend a tour of the premises or just a walk around. I also congratulate the Belgian Business Council in Dubai for its initiative to take the lead in organizing this concert. The Belgian Business Council is an active force for the promotion of economic partnership between the UAE and Belgium. After the concert, the Ismaili Centre and the Council kindly invite you to a networking dinner in the courtyard of the Centre. Finally, and I see a very large turnout, I thank all of you for attending this event. We know that both Dubai and Abu Dhabi are tremendously active on all fronts to spoil the public with countless events and invitations. And sometimes, particularly on the Thursday evening, one just feels inclined to stay home after a long working week and relax in a sofa. But let me assure you that you took the right decision to join us tonight for some 90 minutes of pure musical magic. It will make you briefly forget your daily preoccupations and ensure that you will be swept away by melodies and pleasant memories. Finally, an urgent request to you not to forget to switch on your mobile phones after the concert. So please welcome with me Christian Plouvier and Avenline to guide you through a musical experience and enjoy a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear fellow Belgians, we are so happy to be here this evening. We started with the Queen of Sheba, and you might have heard it before, probably at a wedding. It's quite famous, quite used a lot. So that was Handel, George Frederick Handel. Now the next composer, François-Joseph Gossec, is Belgian, was born in Hainaut, Henegouwen, and started as a choir boy in Antwerp at the Lieve Vrouw Kathedraal, Onze Lieve Vrouw Kathedraal in Antwerpen. Then he went to Paris and started a career over there. And as a composer, he made a big success. Also started the Paris Conservatoire, founded the Conservatoire. And strange enough, he kept his head. He first worked for the king, Louis XVI. Then, after the revolution, he started to work for the revolutionaries and kept his head, as I said. And he was the person who orchestrated La Marseillaise and also introduced the clarinet into the orchestra. So quite an achievement. But he's Belgian. The French people say, c'est un Français, bien sûr. Non, il est parisien, he's French. I'm afraid he's Belgian. So we put him on the program because we love his music, and you will probably recognize the gavotte. It's a ballet piece, and the tambourin. That was a Viennese composer, Fritz Kreisler. He wrote a lot of salon music, easy listening, easy to digest. A little word of explanation about next composer. Claude Bolling is a French composer, still alive. He wrote a lot of movie and television music. Maybe if you watched the French TV, Les Brigades du Tigre, was a very famous feuilleton, crime series, maybe 30 years ago. And that was Claude Bolling. But the most interesting thing, he made one of the first crossover music. This is a combination of a classical flute player and a jazz pianist. So it's called Suite pour flûte et jazz piano in French. So it's a mix, it's a Baroque music and blues. Quite interesting.
Slow movement now, fast movement. You will recognize the famous aria. Don, 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 but it's not that easy. Fasten your seatbelt.
Good evening, also from my part. I'm equally excited to be here. I haven't been very long in Dubai, and it's a most amazing place to start my concerts here. So, welcome. I will play Chopin. I thought of giving Christian a little break after this masterpiece. So now it's my turn to be out of breath. Why? Because it's one of the most difficult pieces written for piano. Chopin is a Polish composer who lived most of his life in France. But a bit like with Kosek, the Polish are very proud of him. You will see if you would fly to Poland, their airport is named after Chopin. Literally everything is named after Chopin there, so all streets, everything. So he was a romantic composer. He is personally also my favorite composer. And I would say this piece in particular is also very dear to me. I've been playing it since I'm 15, which is quite some years ago. So I would say I'll leave it with that because I want you to have your own impression of it. For me, music is a universal language. We don't need words to communicate. I can play this everywhere in the world and it will have a different impact on every single person. And even with me, every day I play it differently. So I would say, as they would say in the plane, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
You can imagine what a pleasure it is to team up with such a great musician. So maybe a little introduction to Oblivion and Libertango. I don't know if you have heard of Astor Piazzolla. He's Argentinian. He made quite a revolution in the tango world. He started first in Paris at the Paris Conservatoire with Nadia Boulanger. Wanted to become a classical composer, but it was not really his path. So Nadia Boulanger found out and asked him, "What are you really writing? What kind of music are you writing?" And he answered, "Yeah, I love tango, my music from Buenos Aires." And she said, "Well, just invest in that and make it better." So he put some jazzy elements in the tango, and he started a quintet and became world famous. And one of the most famous pieces, of course, is Libertango. You will recognize it for sure. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm. You've been a great audience. It's a pleasure to play for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So the last one for the road, because everybody is thirsty. And I noticed you already wanted me to finish, because every time I was almost there, applause. No, no. And I was not finished. I told you, fasten your seatbelt. Well, this one is a short one. I'm also thirsty. So this is only 2 minutes. And it's by an American composer, Gary Schocker, who is peculiar because he always performs barefoot. Yeah, can be dangerous. Some people have... So I usually keep my shoes. So Gary Schocker, and the title is fun, it's Oh La La.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presenter of the bouquet is the president of the Belgian Business Council, Eric Brouwers.
Your Excellencies, dearest guests, I think you agree with me that this was an excellent performance, and I would like, in the name of the Belgian Business Council, first of all, to thank the Ismaili Centre for the kind hospitality and for hosting this event. It was great. And for sure, I would like to thank our two musicians for the excellent and extraordinary performance. And please join me in giving them an applause once more. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed for the networking dinner reception, I'd like to thank Ambassador Peter for your support and bringing two world-class performers to the Ismaili Centre Dubai. They complemented each other. They have mastered their craft, and have also mastered the art of engaging the audience at the same time. It was magical, as you said, and thank you once again. Thank you to you and to Carmen at the Embassy. Thank you to Peter and Sarah de Klerk at the Belgian Business Council, and to the volunteers at the Ismaili Centre here for putting this event together so successfully.